Hello and welcome to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you've been doing well. I'm super excited for today's video because we are going to be decorating my Nook's Cranny. All the terraforming in this area is already done, so for those that enjoy watching people terraform, sorry, I will have the terraforming process recorded in my next build. So along with decorating the shop, I will also be decorating my beach since it's right in front of the shop, and because it's a shopping district, I wanted to add like a little plant shop. So I'm starting off with adding some shrubs here and there. I normally like to add all the foliage first, just so I don't forget, and it helps fill up the area a little bit. Now I'm starting on the ground path. I don't really use the drop box anymore. I thought I wanted to block it off by adding something in that area, but I'm not sure yet. So for now, I just have a pathway to it. And I want to add like a cafe somewhere in the area near the shop, maybe on the right side of the beach, but my pier is also on the bottom right. And I want to add some little fishing area there. I just have some ideas yet. I don't know where to have them on my island. In front of the shop, I'm adding a barrel, some stacked boxes to make it look like there's a shipment coming in. And of course a bike, because sometimes we don't want to walk to the store, you know? The area leading down to the beach is going to be like a designated spot to sit and relax. I didn't feel like using a little garden chair or table here. I didn't have any already made, so the sofa was my next best option. I think my initial idea for this little rest stop area is to use the pergola. I love the pergola. It's just so pretty. My problem is I don't know what to decorate around it. I mean, what I have so far is looking pretty good, but normally when I use these kinds of items, I get stuck. But I guess I shouldn't say that, because to you, it looks like I have no problem decorating. I really hate that things aren't properly centered in this game, so I guess the well is going to be off-centered. But it looks fine, right? We're just gonna go with it. Now it's time to start working on the plant shop, putting a wood floor design since we can't use the in-game wood design on sand. The floor is done, so now I'm just going to add some hedges. I'm going to be using a combination of stalls and the ironwood cupboard to display all the plants. And of course, this build is inspired from Pinterest because I need help expanding my creativity. And I'm back over next to the shop to add a drink vending machine. Just going to move the shrub that's over here to make some space. I can't forget to add a shop sign to let my villagers know that there's a plant sale going on. Now I'm adding all the plants that I've collected, just randomly displaying them first to see how everything looks, and then I eventually display them according to their height or width. If there's a small plant, I'll add a bigger one next to it, so it gives a little more depth to it, you know? And then the floating biotope planter looks better on the floor because of its width. Like, I'm trying to imagine how I would actually organize plants if I had my own plant shop. And I absolutely had to use the Hello Kitty planter. It's just so perfect, but also I don't know which way is better to have the plant facing. I decided to extend the shop a little more on the right side, and I actually do this a couple more times because I needed a lot more space to add additional items to the shop. It's just absolutely necessary. Plus, it didn't feel right if I left it like that, so it's better that I add more if I'm not satisfied with how it's looking. This area of the plant shop is acting like the back of the shop, but since it's horizontal, it's the side of the shop. And then the plants over here are going to be the flower bouquets. I don't want them to stand out that much, so that's why they're on the side. I wanted to also include a little hand washing area, so if your hands get too dirty, you have somewhere to rinse off, other than the ocean. On the left side of the plant shop, I guess it's a little garden area because I also added the rocks back there. I don't know, it just seems fitting for the garden faucet to be on the side. The flower display case adds more height to this area, and it's perfect because of the flower bouquets that are right next to it. And here is the finished build of Nook's Cranny. I've added a few things like the additional soil bag and dropped tree and shrub plants. I think it's such a great idea to use them as decor. So I'm just switching up a couple items here so that the plant sale sign isn't blocked by a tall plant. It seems fair to have a watering can at the entrance. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed building it. Plant shops have such a special place in my heart. It just brings me so much joy. If you like this video, please give it a like and also subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.